Welcome to another S&P 500 analysis. Today is December 30th, 2020. In this analysis, we're going to go to the S&P 500 and all the other major market indexes, the Dow Jones Industrial, NASDAQ 100, the transportation, and also the Russell 2000. In addition to that, I'm also going to cover the market profile and the volume profile on the E-mini S&P 500 to just give you some idea how I use those profiles to monitor the market and also show you how I identify some key level to keep an eye on. So stay tuned. So here we could see on the S&P 500 daily chart, the S&P 500 closed at 3732.04 today, and just plus 5 points. So it closed with a gain of 5 points today at 0.13%. And it is holding above this 3720 level. And right now, we're basically just watching to see what is continue to stay above the support level and work toward the 3800. So we're going to take a look at the internal and see how is that going to hold up after we finish looking up at the indexes. So let's go and take a look at the Dow Jones the Dow Jones Industrial. The Dow Jones Industrial closed with another all-time closing high today, although it did not make a new all-time high. It closed at 30,409.56. On Monday, it closed at 30,403.97. So today, it closed just a little bit under 6 points higher than that Monday all-time closing high. And for the NASDAQ 100, the NASDAQ 100 also closed up only 1.8 or 0.01%, but it's enough to give it a new all-time closing high because it closed at 12,845.36. And then the Russell 2000, is the outperformer for today. It actually went up 20 points, a little bit over 20 points, or just slightly above 1%. And it closed at 1979.99. So the Russell 2000, we'll see. It been underperformed, a couple of days in a row, and it pulled back. So today it got a nice bounce. So we're going to see. As a matter of fact, it put in an inside day. So we're going to see what it will continue to push up tomorrow and break above this high here. So break above this this engulfing candle high, which is 2001.7. So we'll see what it break on the upside or break on the downside. And if it's on the downside, we're basically looking for this thing to come back down to this, once again, a test at this, maybe near this area, about 1933, 1930 area. Now, just quickly look to the sentiment chart and the internal. You see the sentiment. We see the VIX is sitting at 22.77. So it is still within this 2030 zone. So it's not getting fearful, getting outside of this zone here. And the put-call ratio came back up just a tad, sitting at 0.55. Remember, a few days ago, we were sitting at this, lower under 0.4 area. So that's a little bit getting a little bit of a greedy there. And right now, it's sitting back up at the 0.55, 0.6 area. So as far as the sentiment is concerned, not much have changed. Not getting too greedy and not getting fearful here. And if we take a look at the up-down volume, the up-down volume ratio for today is positive 2.32. So there's 2.32 times more up volume than down volume. And also the advanced decline, the advanced lead declined by 1,212. So it's relatively strong for as far as the up-down volume is concerned, and also the advanced decline. Although, for a day that is only up 0.13% with a 1,200 plus more the advanced than decliner, that's pretty good. And looking at the new high, new low on the New York Stock Exchange, there were 128 more new 52-week high than 52-week low. Again, that's pretty respectable for a day that is hardly moved. And also the advanced decline, cumulative advanced decline line, it also went up. And I believe this is the new high here, because this right here is 40,752, and today it finished off at 40,971. Right, and this make a new high, but the again, the S&P 500 did not close with a new high. It closed at 3732.04, and the new high was on Monday. Remember, we said that earlier. Okay. And then looking at the NASDAQ 100, closed just, under 2 point. And you could see the up-down volume ratio is quite strong. It's 3.7 times more up volume than down volume for a market that only up 0.01%. On a relative strength basis, that's really good. And also, you look at the advanced decline. Today, the advancer led the decliner by 1,366. So that, again, is very, very good. And also the new high, new low. We see there were 211 more 52-week new high than 52-week low. Okay, so that is also good. All right, so all in all, you can see that the internal for the NASDAQ and also the New York Stock Exchange is still quite strong, although the market did not perform that strong, today. But again, I would not be calling a market top or a market reversal. Of course, we could see some pullback because today the cumulative tick is not that strong. And let me show you that chart here. Now, taking a look at this cumulative chart here, cumulative tick chart here, you can see the cumulative tick came down to close to this zero level. And you can see throughout the day, we saw quite a few, at minus 500. Remember on prior video, I talked about this various different level of tick. And when we see minus 500, that kind of indicate there are some sell program coming in. And then when it get down to minus 800 level, then we see a little bit more sell program. Then when it get down to minus 1,000 or lower, then there's a lot of sell program kick in. So right now, today, we saw quite a few down at this near this 500 level, this minus 500 level. So we're kind of holding it down. And that's the reason why the S&P 500 did not close as strong as the internal would have indicated. And instead, it only closed up, 0.13%. Now, let's take a look at the market profile. What I have here is the market profile for the ES, which is the E-mini S&P 500. I post this chart every evening on my Twitter stream. So if you like to see this chart, then follow me on my Twitter. My handle at Twitter is at smtraderCA. Look at this market profile. The things that I highlight is various level. I put in the point of control from the prior day, and also any abnormalities such as the poor high or single print or poor low. Okay, so you see that yesterday we have a poor low, and also the point of control is right here, 3723.50. And also the other thing is I also highlight the extended hour or the Globex all-time high that is naked. In other words, that has not been touched. Right? And that kind of gives us a clue that eventually during the regular hour session, this level has to be tagged in order to make it valid. So that's why I put that on there, and also giving us a clue to keep an eye on the regular hour for the S&P 500 as well as for the E-mini S&P 500 to make a new high. So right now, I'm still looking for a new high on the S&P 500 and also on the E-mini S&P 500. Now you can see today, I haven't updated this chart yet. You see here is a poor low. So in other words, on this poor low, we're going to get tagged. We eventually have to resolve this abnormality. Right, so we're going to come down and tag this because this indicates the auction has not been completed. And same here. And so we got these what we call unfinished business. Right, and so the E-mini S&P 500 will eventually come down and take care of this. When I say poor high, poor low, and I mean less than 2 tick or less, then that will be considered as poor. So what I will do tonight is I'm going to update this chart with a level here at the poor low, which is the low of the day at 3270.75. Now that rings a bell, 3270, right? So we're going to put that on there. And also there is a point of control here somewhere around 3729, basically near that level. So tomorrow, what I will be watching is this level here and also this level. So if the market come down, or the E-mini coming down, then the one of the level that I want to watch to see come down and take out the level will be this 3720.75. Then if it continue to come down, then I'd be looking for this level, 3714.50, to get taken out. Now, if it comes up, then if it close where or open down here or near where it closed, then I'd be looking for this point of control to get tagged, which is the 3729. And then if it continue to move up, then I'd be looking for this 3747.75, the all-time high, to get tagged. So those are the level that I identify off of the market profile to kind of clue me in on what to watch for the coming days. Right? It could be tomorrow or it could be the following day, but at least these are very objective level generated by the market. Nothing about joint trend line, moving averages, all those subjective stuff. Okay, so that is the market profile. And here is the volume profile of the E-mini S&P 500. It's a similar concept. Basically we're looking at the volume right now, and you can see that I also have identified various levels here, the overnight high, overnight low, from the Globex section. Then I also identify the the value area high, value area low, and the point of control from the prior session. So the key thing that I'm watching not only on these level is the auction process. You see that when it came up here earlier this morning, it came up and we have this low volume zone here, just a little bit of a low volume. And also near this IB high, initial balance high, which is the first hour high. And you see how it came back off. And this right here, what we call the pinch off, what I call the pinch off on the high. So what we'd like to see is when the auction process is complete, then we see this pinch off. What I mean is the last buyer that willing to buy at this high price or at this price level have bought. So now the seller have to lower their ask to go find buyers. Okay, so usually that's it's a good good way to clue us off that this could be the height of the day. Now, of course, later on today it could come back and fill this pinch off and then move higher. But at least right now, if you are looking at a short-term basis, you can see that this could be a temporary high here. And the same thing when it come down here, you can see when it came down at this level here, you see just a little bit of a pinch off. Now that's not too much because it's just that very short, one tick, right? Remember we talking about this, at the market profile, we're looking at the poor low because in order for a clean low, we want to see more than two tick, going down on the low, right? So right now, it's basically one tick. So although it right here, it seemed like it's a cutoff because we have the last willing seller that is willing to sell down here. So any buyer want to buy, they basically have to bid up the price to attract seller to sell to them. But right now, this right here, it appears it's a cutoff, a pinch off on the downside. But when we look at it in conjunction with the market profile, it tells us that this might not be the low for in this auction process, and we could see a lower prices coming in the in the coming days. So that is how I look at use the market profile and the volume profile to help me gauge the certain level and the price action throughout the day. So if you have any question, a comment, or suggestion, please post them in the comment section below. And be sure to smash that thumbs up for me to help me promote this video and help me grow this channel on YouTube. Thank you for watching and stay safe.